Hello viewers, I am Mr. Dilip Kumar Pal, stand before you with a topic patriotism, which is found in ethics and values of second semester of degree level. And the name of the topic is patriotism. So far as patriotism is concerned, in this video, three aspects of it will be discussed. One is the meaning of patriotism, principles of patriotism, and types of patriotism. But before I start my video on the topic patriotism, I want to inform my viewers that my channel number is @Dilip Kumar Pal 9375. If you will search this channel in Google, you will find more than 450 videos relating to plus 2 first year political science to plus 2 second year political science, plus 3 first semester political science honors to plus 3 sixth semester political science honors, and many videos relating to environmental studies of plus 3 first semester, which is common for plus 3 first semester, plus 3 first year arts, commerce and science, and some videos of ethics and values of second semester. And I request my viewers that if you have subscribed my channel, it is all right. You will get the benefit. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe for your future. And those of your friends who are ignorant about this channel and who are in above classes like plus 2 first year to plus 2 second year, who have taken political science subject, and plus 3 first semester to sixth semester political honors, please aware them about this channel. So some students will be benefited. Remember, to give help to anybody, it is a humanitarian activity. And any video you want, just write my name Dilip Kumar Pal in YouTube. You will find both Odia and English videos. If you will find any video in Odia version, be sure that its English version is also available. If you will find any video in English, be sure that its Odia version is also available. Let us start. Patriotism. What is patriotism? We will discuss meaning of patriotism, principles of patriotism, and types of patriotism. Let us start. What is patriotism? Just as a tree is known from fruits it maintains, in the similar way, a nation is known from its citizens. Just as a tree is known from fruits it maintains, in the similar way, a country is known from its citizens. If citizens of a country are good, a country will have name and fame. If citizens of a country are not good, then a country will not have name and fame. For good citizens, patriotism is a foremost quality. The concept patriotism has been originated in the early part of 17th century, and more appropriately after 1648, when the concept independent nation state system came after the Treaty of Westphalia in Germany. So, just as a tree is known from fruits it maintains, in a similar manner, a country is known from its citizens. If citizens of a country are good, definitely that country will have name and fame. If citizens of a country are not good, a country will not have name and fame in the international forums. So, citizens determine a nation. And patriotism is a very important quality of citizen. And patriotism has come into origination. It has been originated in the early part of 17th century, and more appropriately after 1648, when Treaty of Westphalia was signed, when the concept of nation system has come. So what is patriotism? Though the concept patriotism seems to be same as nationalism and ethnocentrism, but actually it is different. Though patriotism seems to be same with the concept nationalism and ethnocentrism, but actually patriotism is different from nationalism and ethnocentrism. So we must be clear what is nationalism and ethnocentrism, then we will be clear what is patriotism. So what is nationalism? Nationalism means love and loyalty for the country, along with a feeling that one's own country is superior to other countries and other countries are competitor to his country. Nationalism means it is a feeling of love and weakness for the country, and with the feeling that one's country, his own country, is superior to other country, other countries are inferior to his country, and other countries are competitors to his country. This is nationalism. But what is ethnocentrism? In the same way, ethnocentrism means a feeling that one's race and culture is superior to other race and culture, and in the same way, ethnocentrism means a feeling that one's race and culture is superior to other race and culture of other race, and in the same way, ethnocentrism means a feeling that one's race and culture is superior to other race and culture. Other race and culture are inferior and not normal. It judges other culture on the basis of his culture. So, ethnocentrism means it is a feeling that one's race and culture is superior to other race and culture. Other race and culture are inferior and not normal. It judges other culture on the basis of his culture. Ethnocentrism means it is a feeling that one's own culture and race is superior to other race and other culture. One's own race and culture is superior. Other race and culture are inferior to it. And one's own culture and race is normal. Other race and cultures are abnormal or not normal. And ethnocentrism judges every culture on the basis of its culture. It believes that its culture, its race is normal, other races are not normal. This is ethnocentrism. But what is patriotism? Patriotism is different from nationalism and ethnocentrism. It has come from the Greek word pater, means fatherland or country. So, patriotism means love for the country. So, patriotism means love for the country or weakness for the country. Patriotism is not nationalism and ethnocentrism. But what is patriotism? Patriotism has come from the Greek word pater, P-A-T-R, pater, means fatherland or the country. Patriotism means love for the country or weakness for the country. So patriotism means love of a person for his country or the weakness of a person for his country is known as patriotism. So we are clear about the meaning of patriotism. Now discuss principles of patriotism. We'll discuss as many as 19 principles of patriotism. Number 1. A patriot must have love for his country. In patriotism, a person must have love for his country. Number 2, he must be loyal to his country. He must be loyal to his country. He must be obedient to his country. Number 3, he must be interested for the well-being of his country. He must be interested for the development of his country. 4th, he must have weakness for his country. A person must have weakness for his country. Number 5, he cannot tolerate insult to his country. He cannot tolerate if his country will be insulted. 6, he cannot tolerate criticism to his country. He cannot tolerate if someone will criticize his country. 7, he must be willing to sacrifice for his country. He must be prepared to sacrifice for the country. 8, he has love for the territory and people of his country. He must have love for the territory of his country and the people of the country. 9, even if he leaves his country on some special ground, he always wishes to return to his country. If he will leave his country for some special ground, he will be always interested to return to his country. 10, he feels that his country's ideology, people and government are good and they should work together to improve their country. He feels that his country's government, his country's ideology, his country's people, his country's government, country's people, country's ideology are good and they should work together for the improvement of the country. 11, he loves his country but never thinks that other countries are inferior to his country. In patriotism, a person will love his country but never he feels that other countries are inferior to his country. 12, his country's interest matters him much than his self-interest. He gives more importance to country's interest than his self-interest. 13, he feels that he will make his best contribution to the country and expect others also do the same. He feels that he should have his best contribution for the country. He should try to make best contribution for his country and expect others also do the same. A person will feel that he will try to give best contributions to his country and others also will have to give best contribution, their best contribution to the country. 14, he fights for the injustices for his countrymen. He fights for the injustices of his countrymen. He cannot tolerate if there will be any injustice to his countrymen. 15, he respects national symbols, traditions and heritage. He respects national symbols, traditions and heritage. 16, he must perform his duties for the country. He must perform his duties for the country. He should not neglect his duties. 17, he always prepared to work with his countrymen. He is always interested. He is always interested to work with his countrymen. 18, he must be obedient to the laws of the country. He must be obedient to the laws of the country. 19, he must have emotional attachment for his country. He must have emotional attachment for his country. He must have love for the country internally. So we are clear about the meaning of patriotism, principles of patriotism. Now we'll discuss types of patriotism. Patriotism are 3 types. One is blind patriotism, constructive patriotism, state-directed patriotism. So what is blind patriotism? Blind patriotism means when a person cannot tolerate criticism to his country and he also never criticizes country. Blind patriotism means a person who loves his country blindly, never he criticizes his country, nor he tolerates criticism of his country by others. Never he will criticize his country, and he doesn't allow others also to criticize his country. His country for him is everything. Number 2, constructive patriotism. It means a person can criticize his country for the positive change and accept criticism to his country by other for its positive change. Constructive patriotism means a person can criticize his country for some good change, and he allows others also to criticize his country for some better change. So constructive patriotism means for the betterment of a country, for the good of the country, criticisms can be made. Now discuss last type of patriotism, state directed patriotism. It means the purposeful effort of government to instill patriotic ideals among people through school, churches and civil society. State directed patriotism means sometimes state tries to create patriotism among people through schools, churches and civil society. It awares people about country's brave history of the past, country's rich traditions and present power. It is observed in Russia. So state directed patriotism means sometimes state tries to create patriotism among people through school, education institution, churches and civil society. It creates patriotism among people by referring to their past proud history, rich traditions and country's power in the present world. It is observed in Russia. So in this video we have discussed meaning of patriotism, feelings of patriotism and types of patriotism. And it will be helpful to +3 second semester students for their ethics and value paper. Thank you. Have a good day.